No one in Omuo could forget the morning Chuka smoke stopped rising. His ajebo's tall stayed cold, and the ever-saw ogiri scent floated from his walled compound. When the Omuo people finally gathered boldness to open his red gate, what they saw inside froze every spirit with fear. In Omuo, everybody knew Chuka, the tall Igbo man who sold roasted turkey beside the cocoa yam shed. From sunrise to nightfall, palm wood smoke from his large iron pan wrapped the market breeze. The aroma of atarodo and ube leaf reached the junction. People from Oke-Ila, Agbede, and even Ipetu carried woven baskets just to taste spiced turkey. Come and buy soft roasted turkey, peppered and sweet. Price for everybody. Chuka would shout, his heavy Benin voice slicing through the noise of the Afia market. His turkey was always soft and juicy. No matter how many buyers came, he never ran out. It was a juju mystery. Even when turkey became scarce in Ikorodu and Asaba, Chuka's price never changed. Some joked he had cowries buried under his plantain tree, but others whispered behind palm fronds, "This one is not ordinary. Maybe he went to Oshoronga shrine." Chuka was a tall, wide-shouldered Anambra man. His Adire wrapper always tied neat across his strong wrist. When he laughed, his chest rumbled like Atilogu drum. Everyone thought he had everything: naira, crowds, and peace. But beneath his heavy agbada was a secret even his closest compound mates never suspected. Not far from his stall, other turkey sellers started murmuring. One woman, Mama Umi, who also sold grilled guinea fowl, felt deep envy crawling into her belly. Her own bench was drying up since Chuka came. How can one man sell cheap and still build the blockhouse? She hissed. One morning, she told her co-wives, "I will find out the truth. There is something inside her brother's yam pan." People's curiosity boiled even more when Chuka suddenly bought a bungalow near the yam storage hall. He announced it proudly in the open market, raising his hands and thanking Olodumare as he spoke of his blessing. For many, the question turned hotter. How could roasted turkey alone bring such owo so fast? Then something strange started happening. At first, it was just a small sting in his right shin. He tied a wrapper around it and kept roasting, but the pain grew like a wild shekere vine. Sometimes he would pause while turning turkey wings and press hard into the leg, pretending nothing was wrong. Sometimes blue flies gathered too quickly when he shifted the Ankara cloth. Still, he continued, smiling wide. Then one morning, while the line of buyers stretched long like Lagos traffic, Chuka tried to stand and fetch more turkey wings. His leg failed him. The fire in the metal brazier was not as hot as the burning in his bone. "Chuka, you dey okay so?" asked one customer, staring at his soaked face. I dey alright." Chuka forced a smile. "Na the fire dey hot past today." The man nodded and kept eating. Nobody wanted to challenge the hand that spiced joy. As the day's trade ended, Chuka dragged his heavy body to his compound. Inside, the right shin pulsed like an ogene drum, as if something alive was dancing inside the bone. Market day came again. The sun rose and the first buyers arrived. Chuka forced himself to stand. He lit the coal fire, placed the turkey pieces and began to sing one of his old praise songs. But halfway through turning a row of turkey necks, a sharp biting ache shot through his leg. His hand shook. He nearly dropped the roasting iron. He clenched his teeth, pretending. Yet, every step felt like a march through thorn forest. Every turn of the turkey pushed more knife-like string into his veins. By afternoon, his voice was faint. His smile barely touched his lips. The buyers noticed but kept quiet. They were too busy licking palms. Night settled quietly over Omuo, but inside Chuka's enclosure, something else was alive. He sat on a low stool made of iroko, slowly loosening the heavy wrapper from his swollen leg. The cloth peeled off with a sticky sound, revealing the thing that had become both his wealth pot and his silent curse. When he touched the edges, they felt like hot pounded yam mortar. As he lay back on his raffia mat, he remembered the night everything turned. He remembered Alaba Market, the loud burst horns, the sharp-smelling petrol fumes, and one name, Chief Okonkwo. Long before Omuo knew his name, Chuka was a thin boy in Alaba International, with eyes that always counted other people's goods. He worked at a popular tire depot in Ladiko Street. From sunrise till keke hour, he carried heavy gearboxes, white engine grease, and fetched spark plugs. But while his hands labored, his heart burned like dry bush. Every day, he watched big men arrive in G-wagons. They wore agbada that swept the earth and shoes that looked like polished mirrors. Their perfumes filled the yard before their voices reached. They laughed loud like people who had dinner with Awolowo. Chuka would pause, rag in hand, and whisper, "Why me? Why did Baba leave only death? Why did Mama Nkechi own no cassava farm? Why must I carry oil palm while others sip zobo in AC?" The bitterness sat like raw locust bean in his chest. No matter how often his oga praised him or added extra 10 naira, it never reached his hunger. He counted convoys, not progress. Among all the big buyers, one caught his attention most, Chief Okonkwo, a powerful auto lord in Lagos mainland. When Chief's motor car entered the street, it was like festival drums. His gold chain blinked in the sun. His laughter rang like juju music. Even the street hawkers paused to greet him. Igwe Odogu Chief Nai. Chuka stared with eyes that hungered. For weeks, he watched Chief Okonkwo. He studied how the man walked like the ground owed him a favor. In Chuka's chest, a voice echoed, "This is the kind of life I must taste. I won't be a grease boy forever." Then one hot afternoon, when generators screamed and NEPA failed again, Chuka's greed broke loose. As Chief Okonkwo prepared to enter his SUV, Chuka stepped forward with trembling knees. "Chief," he whispered, his throat dry. "Please, Biko, show me the way. I no wan die broke." Chief Okonkwo paused, squinting at Chuka as if studying his ancestry. It wasn't the first time someone had begged for shortcut to wealth, but something in Chuka's eyes, a bold kind of desperation, made the chief nod slowly. "You get liver," he said. "Plenty people talk, but only few fit ask with full chest. If your spirit is strong, come make me teach you tonight. Make we talk like men." Chuka's chest thudded like Shango's drum. He bowed slightly. "Thank you, Chief. Thank you. I go come." That evening, as the market lights flickered like tired kerosene lamps, Chuka's mind raced. He barely noticed the smell of fried akara or the loud shouts of conductors. He didn't know where Chief Okonkwo would take him or what "show me the way" really meant. But one thing beat in his chest like thunder. This is my moment. I go hammer, no matter wetin e go cost. A few days later, at the back of the motor spare parts depot, Chuka stood beneath a flickering street bulb. His shirt was freshly washed and smelling of sunlight soap, his heart pounding. When a black Ilox honked softly, he stepped closer. The back door swung open. Inside, Chief Okonkwo sat, half-shadowed, a faint smile on his lips. "Enter," the chief said. They drove through Lagos back roads silent. Chuka clutched his knees, fear and hope fighting in his belly. Finally, they stopped at a quiet mud house deep in Ijebu. Chief Okonkwo stepped out and nodded. Chuka followed him into a dimly lit shrine. In the center sat a lean old man with a beard like white raffia and eyes that gleamed like wet charcoal. "Welcome," the man said. His voice was like distant gong, soft but full of power. "You came to find the road to Agbara," he said. Yes," Chuka stammered. "I'm ready, Baba Alufa." Without a word, Chief Okonkwo untied his George wrapper and rolled up his right trouser leg. Chuka's eyes widened. On the man's leg was a deep, wide wound, darker than burnt moi moi leaf, crawling with fat white insects. They wriggled like they were born from the flesh itself. Chuka staggered back, eyes wide, but Chief Okonkwo only smiled. "This na my bank," he said calmly. "The more those ones chop, the more money finds me. But they must reach living belle to work." "You want riches that no dry? You must carry your own sacrifice. Every night, you go harvest wetin your wound give. You go feed them to people through food." Chuka's chest pounded, but greed drowned his fear. "I accept," he said. "Do it this night," Baba Alufa nodded. He took a strange object from a calabash, then began to chant in a tongue older than palm trees. The air thickened, smoke curled in the room like ancestral spirits rising. Then slash! The object cut into Chuka's right leg. He gasped. Hot searing pain shot up like lightning. Something crawled into his vein like a worm with a mission. Chief Okonkwo said nothing. He only watched, smiling. "From tonight, your body go carry your own factory. Gather wetin your wound give. Add am to food. No slack. If you miss, the same thing go chop you." Sweating, trembling, Chuka nodded. Chief Okonkwo gripped his shoulder. "Leave Lagos. Go where nobody know you. Start food business. Make them chop. And as them they chop, you go they rise." Before cock crow, Chuka left Lagos. He traveled until he reached Omuo, a quiet town with a big market square and small compound rooms. He rented a mud house with a wide backyard, then built a turkey pen with bamboo sticks and old zinc roofing. He bought turkey chicks from the nearby farmers' junction, built feeding troughs with wood, and swept the pen every morning. People watched. This new man serious, so," they said. His turkey grew fast and big, too big for their age. At night, Chuka's true work began. He would close his compound gate, unwrap his leg, and place a clean calabash under the wound. What came out was alive, wet, crawling. He would empty it into the turkey feed, mix it, then quietly rewrap the wound and whisper to himself, "Small pain, big blessing. Tomorrow queue go long." By the time the turkeys matured, they were giants. He slaughtered them, seasoned them with firewood pepper spice, and set up his roasting stand by the yam depot. People from Ekiti, Oke-Ila, even Benin came. Some swore the taste haunted their dreams. Coins poured into his bag like rain on zinc. He smiled wider. His laughter boomed louder. But every night, the wound paused. The pain grew sharper, the smell darker. Yet he obeyed. He feared Baba Alufa's warning. Seasons changed. The Harmattan came, and so did something else. The pain began to spread above the leg. The wood turned black like burnt cassava. The insects became restless. Still, he roasted. Still, the people cheered. Still, the money flowed. But the thing he fed for riches was getting hungry, and it would not wait much longer. Hold on, guys. This is not the end yet. Would you like to know what happened to Chuka and how he was caught? Then hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification, like this video and comment part 2 so you'll be first to be notified when the part 2 is out. See you in the next.